And right now it's all about Culture Kitchen, hanging out with the one and only David Ogot. And it's all about the National Alcohol Awareness Month. And the theme is alcoholism is treatable, stigma is the real disease. David, how you doing, bro?
I'm good, man.
So you know the first question I'm going to ask you, by the way, is I'm bouncing off a comment on Facebook.
Yes.
Madara Osimbo says,
yes.
You guys, Kwani, how long does David take to recover? He's been recovering for the longest ever. Ama maybe he relapsed. Just asking. Anyway, it's good to have you here, bro.
Nice to be back.
So for folks who don't know you,
yes.
you let them know what you do, and then you can respond to Madara.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm a recovering alcoholic.
It's been years.
It's been years. Left rehab in February 4th, 2001.
Yeah.
After 4 months, I arrived rehab October 1, 2000.
Right.
After a 27-year career as a terrorist. Because I say addicts were terrorists.
Yeah.
We terrorize ourselves.
Right.
We terrorize our families. We terrorize the society.
That's actually true.
Yeah.
But honestly speaking, you've been sober for how long?
Approximately 25 years.
Very impressive.
Yes.
Now, Madara,
yes.
There you've had it.
Yes.
He's been sober for 25 years. But why do you refer to yourself? Because when I called you, bro,
yes.
and we were working on this poster, I was like, so what's your title? And then you're like, recovering alcoholic.
Yeah.
Bruh, see, you should probably just change the title.
No. I always, and this thing, my dad passed in January.
Yeah.
And I've worn T-shirts for like, how many years? Since 2004. For the Awareness Month sponsorship.
Right.
As you can see, the one I'm wearing now is on Dad.
Yeah.
My dad called me philanthropist with no money. I'll talk about that maybe later.
That's interesting, yeah.
So he really used to get pissed off. I'm on TV or radio like today. And then he calls me, that was a very nice show I watched or whatever. I listened.
Yeah.
Guys are calling me. But why do you call yourself alcoholic? You left rehab 3 years ago, 2 years ago, huh? You have other titles. Huh?
Yeah.
Why are you calling yourself alcoholic?
Exactly.
And I said, because that is what I am. The guy who's outside right now drinking and has been drinking like 10 days, morning to evening, he's alcoholic. I have not had a drink in 25 years. I am alcoholic. The only difference, in front of my alcoholic, I can put recovering. And his alcoholic is active or wet.
Interesting.
But we are both angoa. We are both alcoholic.
Hey, yeah,
because we are only sober, like now I'm in recovery, a day at a time.
Yeah.
So once you enter recovery, one of the criteria of alcoholism is relapse. And relapse becomes my second shadow. I was just seeing on one of the social media groups I'm in, but it's British or something, a guy has been sober 20 years. He relapsed 2 days ago. And that's why we always say in the morning, that prayer, God help me just for today.
Yeah. So let me get something straight. So recovering alcoholic doesn't mean you've never even tasted alcohol in those 25 years. It means you've just not been a drunkard. Is that like I need to get it right?
Now, here again, a drunkard, if you call me a drunkard, I'll get pissed off. I'm not a drunkard.
Yeah.
A drunkard.
But have you tasted alcohol since?
No.
Okay.
You see, here's the thing.
Yes.
People will say, Dave, you have a drinking problem. I don't have a drinking problem, Buddha.
Right.
I can drink you and your clan, one man solo, under a table.
Right.
So if I don't have a drinking problem, what is my problem? My problem is a stopping problem. Once I drink, like right now I say, okay, I haven't had a drink 25 years. My dad has passed. I'm feeling stressed. I'm only going to have a shot of whiskey. Okay?
Right.
Once I take that shot of whiskey, even a teaspoon of alcohol, I am in the passenger seat.
Of relapsing.
Of this vehicle called David Ogot. Usually I give the example I give to explain this very well.
Yes.
All of us, whether you drink alcohol or you don't drink, you are a 40-foot trailer.
Wow.
Fully loaded. Okay? Number plate in my case, Dave. Yours, Kev. And when I start drinking alcohol, and it's packed on top of a 60-degree slope, right at the edge. So immediately you drink alcohol, then it goes down a 60-degree slope, 40-foot, fully loaded.
Right.
Now, in the beginning, I'm drinking a beer. I say I'm having one beer. When I'm pressing the brakes, the trailer stops. I'm in a function, a wedding, whatever. There's free alcohol. I say, no, give me a soda. Give me water. Okay? But at some point, the brakes start having a problem.
Correct.
Okay?
Yeah.
Then people start saying, hey, Dave, you
Watch
need
it.
to, nowadays, what's happening?
Oh, slow down, yeah.
Yeah, you are heading towards brake failure. Okay?
And when the brakes are thicker, it's gone.
And when they are gone, they will never come back again.
Oh, snap.
That is why I am not a recovered alcoholic, because if I am recovered means I can drink the way I used to drink when I started. Where if I said it's one, it's one. If it's none, it's none.
So now you have to watch your back. You need to be very, very cautious.
And that trailer has AI. So immediately you get out, and I've been giving this analogy from 2001, 2002. Immediately you get out, i.e. you stop drinking, you've gone to sleep, or you blacked out, or whatever, it goes and parks itself back there. Now, everybody looks at the number plate. What does the number plate say? Dave Ogot. Okay? So I've gone home, I've done some really nasty stuff. So I'm telling my wife, sorry, I'm not going to drink again. Give me a Bible, I swear. And that time, the alcohol is out of my system, so I'm actually sincere. And I start saying, I did this.
I promise.
And maybe in the beginning, I'm pretending.
Right.
But as I start narrating the things I've been doing, the tears become real. And actually say, no, I've had enough.
Yeah, but I can tell, Dave,
Okay.
you look very sober.
Yes.
You look very healthy.
The alcohol is out of my system.
Yeah, I can tell. But I want to go back to the basics.
Yes.
So obviously, it's all about alcoholism. It's treatable. Stigma is the real disease.
Yes.
And we're talking about the National Alcohol Awareness Month.
Yes.
What does this all mean to you? What should it mean to Kenyans?
Yes.
This National Alcohol Awareness Month. And of course, the theme and exactly what does the theme entail? Alcoholism is treatable. Stigma is the real disease. Very briefly.
In fact, this theme is the best. This is the 22nd edition. This is the most critical theme we've ever had. What is the problem of helping an alcoholic? How do you help somebody who says, that's not my problem? I'm stressed. My spouse, this, whatever. You see, we alcoholics say, I don't have a problem. I am drinking because it is something or somebody. And I call them flavors of the week. They can change even every 2 minutes, depending who I'm talking on. So my parents spent millions in the 90s trying to get me help. I went to India, 3-year course, stayed 4 years, homeless, did crazy stuff in India. Came back being given jobs, not because I'm qualified, because my parents are connected, serial sackings, They're trying everything.
Yeah.
Dad is calling clan meetings. What can we try?
Pray for this guy.
No. What can we try?
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Because he used to say, this money, money, if it goes, I can get some more.
Right.
That's my son sitting in his coffin.
Yeah.
If he goes, he's gone. So finally, somebody suggested witch doctors. When we had tried everything. Okay? And my mom and a couple of aunts were saying, but we're Christians, what's this nonsense of? But the Englishman said a drowning man clutches at straw. So there I was, witch doctor, and which doctors charge you according to the pocket. So my parents' pockets weren't that shallow. So 3-4 attempts, my dad called the last clan meeting. He said, today, now this one is not to us what we can do. I'm going to do a prayer. After that prayer, there's refreshments. You leave at your leisure. And my dad prayed. I've never forgotten. I've said it so many times verbatim. God, you have seen what we have tried to do to help our firstborn son, David. Now, God, I'm reminding you, he's also your son.
Yeah.
Please call him so that he can rest, so that we can also rest. Amen. And he told everybody, my mother, my wife, my brothers, everyone, leave this guy. God is a God of answering prayers. This thing, you don't see the guy 3 days, you are not sleeping, kumbe the guy is partying somewhere, you now leave him, let God answer my prayer, call him to rest, so that we rest. A year later, I landed in rehab. 200 bob a day, pit latrine, meat once a week, a small piece, you eat it last. And I knew my problem in 14 days. That's 14 days times 200. Some of those places where I was being taken, the room alone was 3K. This is in the 90s. If you put it in today's, There's one particular institution, my parents paid 1.2 M in the 90s, if you put in today's money. Then here is a place in 14 days at 200 bob a day, I'm finding my problem. So I came out, my background is media, so I came out determined now just, write articles, make documentaries, tell people you are being cheated. This thing is not this, is this. Yeah. And then from there it ended up, you are on a show like this, people are looking for you, you need somewhere to sit.
Yeah.
And that's when the office came about. So like in 2003, there used to be Oktoberfest in Germany, which is a festival of beer.
It's big, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
At that time, it wasn't in Kenya. Now it is there.
Yeah.
Okay? So all these other countries I was seeing, there's an alcohol awareness day, week, month, whatever. So I wrote some articles asking, NACADA or Ministry of Health, because by that time my organization is like 3 years old. So I'm not saying I have the resources. So they didn't pick it up.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, I'm going to wear T-shirts for 1 year.
Oh, that's why you always wear
protest,
T-shirts.
With the drug abuse message. So we got to, and if nobody picks it up, then on October 1, 2004, we'll start it. And nobody picked it up, so we started it. The first one was alcohol and HIV. That was October 2004. Why we picked October, that Oktoberfest? October is when I got to rehab, October 1. October is when people start shutting down and gearing up to holidays, Christmas, a lot of drinking.
So, by the way, this month in itself is so it's for people to share the stories about the recovery process, a journey.
Yeah. So what we've done every year, there's a different theme.
Okay.
So we go to schools, we go to wherever we get an opportunity.
Okay.
Now with this one, we are saying because stigma. I've come to realize stigma is the biggest barrier preventing people getting help. That's why even an alcoholic doesn't want to agree he's alcoholic.
Right.
The stigma is so high. Yeah. The family does not want the A word, alcoholic addiction.
Because you're going to get isolated.
Yes. You see? So they are ashamed, they are what? Oh, it's witchcraft, it's this, no willpower, no this. Some look at it from a moral point of view, you are a sinner, and so on. If you are Muslim, it's haram, you shouldn't even be taking mood altering in the first. And nobody is giving the correct definition that this is a disease. You even hear how many people, since I left rehabs about 25 years, how many people have gone public with their stories? We're a handful. And Madhu, so on, myself, a few others. We're a handful. How comes? Yet people are getting sober. Yeah. People even come to help now our organization. If you helped them help themselves.
Yeah.
Okay? And they say, no, I've come, I want to work with you. Okay? The only thing, don't tell me to go on a station or write an article or talk no.
Yeah, the world cannot know. Yeah,
but any other thing.
Yeah.
And I've actually seen it when I left rehab.
Yeah.
The first article I wrote was in The Nation, I think.
Yes.
And the first TV show was Frank Jenga on family. Now, people who were greeting me, because nobody knew where I had gone for 4 months.
Yeah.
So like maybe you had gone shags or abroad or whatever. The moment I went public, you're walking the street, you're walking the supermarket.
Everyone knew
somebody is giving you that look. Do not even stop.
That's that guy.
Do not even attempt to stop to shake my hand. I don't know you.
Since even this guy on Facebook was like, wait. David, man, you always say you're recovering. When are you going to finally recover?
Breaks have gone. Have gone.
I want to give out some statistics. Yeah. So based on reports from the National Authority for the Campaign Against Alcohol and Drug Abuse, NACADA, the World Health Organization, and market research, Kenya faces a significant public health crisis due to alcohol abuse. Now, they're saying the current users, that we are about 3.2 million Kenyans. Or 1 in every 8 people aged between 15 to 65 reported right now are currently using alcohol. When it comes to addiction rates, the same NACADA report found that about 1.36 million Kenyans aged 15 to 65 were addicted to alcohol, representing 42.4% of all drinkers in that age bracket. Youth alcohol use disorder. Now, among the youth aged 15 to 24, 1 in every 45 people, that's about 153,846 was addicted to alcohol in 2022. And I'm sure these numbers are even more.
Right?
So are you surprised, by the way?
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
No.
But you're the one who just came out live and you say,
Yes.
me at least I'm recovering.
You see, and that's why I use it.
Yeah.
So that somebody out there
Yeah.
watching or listening,
Yeah.
they're thinking this guy is worse when he was drinking.
Yeah.
When he was worse.
Yeah.
Why am I hiding? My guy, this guy went 4 years, couldn't even step in college. At least me, my guy is stuck in.
Let me ask you. So by the way, let me just make it sound raw. So
Yes.
when you talk about countries like Germany, so they
Yes.
have like a beer culture.
Yes.
In Kenya,
Yes.
it's almost as if there's an alcohol culture,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So when you hear people talking about, pana, you get Kev, in Kenya, we drink,
Yes.
we're guzzlers.
Yes.
That's how we function. Stress ni mingi hapa, but
Yes.
this is how it's done. This
Yes.
is how it's been done. This
Yes.
is the colonial era.
Yes.
What's your response, man?
No, but you see, and remember we were talking about drunkard and alcoholic.
Oh, wow.
The alcoholic,
Yes.
it's a disease, it's a sickness.
Right.
Of genetic origin.
What?
Who would want to drink to be alcoholic or get addicted?
Wait, when you say genetic, it means probably you got it from your folks.
The time I was born in London, by the way, when my mom was working for the BBC, story of another time, when I was born and that doctor slapped my bum so that I could cry out and they confirm I'm alive, there to Professor Ogot and Mheshimiwa Grace Ogot was born an alcoholic. Now, I needed a country, all countries in the world divided two, wet, dry. Wet, alcohol is available, socially acceptable. Dry, Saudi Arabia, etc., it's not readily available, not socially. I was born, London, Britain, wet, come to Kenya, wet. So then you need to start drinking alcohol and then continue drinking it. Some people taste it the first time, never again. Okay? Some, and the majority of adults who drink alcohol worldwide do so with no problem to themselves or others.
I agree, the functional.
Yes. Yeah. No, it's not even functional.
Yeah, you're talking about in terms of the health.
Yes. Because, they can take it or leave it. It's not an issue.
Yeah, wow.
It's not an issue. Somebody even orders a beer, takes a sip, and then maybe in a very expensive club, takes a sip, says, nah, bring me juice. You see? An alcoholic, I'll come over the bottle. I'll drink the flat ones, when I have nothing else.
Yes,
okay?
yes, yeah.
So, bottom line, you need to drink long enough to trigger the disease you are born with. And once you trigger, bullet, gun, boom, out, it can't go back.
Yeah. Oh, interesting.
Okay? And that's why you see, again, alcoholics are like two people. In fact, addicts.
Right.
The one who is swearing on the Bible.
Yeah.
I've had enough.
Yeah.
Okay? Then, the one, my people are being called, you so-and-so, yes, can you come to the bar? Your husband has drunk.
Yeah.
He has no money. We are changing shift or we are taking him to the police station. Now, you're wondering, this guy went on his knees 2 hours ago, swore on our Bible. Because you don't realize, right now you are talking to David A., the original.
Yeah.
Give me a sip of alcohol. That is David B.
Wait, so I want to go back to
But people are looking at the number plate.
Yeah.
So they think it's one person. This is the guy who swore.
So I want to go back to that statement that you made. So when you say it's genetic,
yes,
you're saying it's only a matter of time before you trigger the disease that you already had, even before you start drinking.
Yes.
What? I find
that's why there are people who might have that gene, but because they have never chosen to partake of alcoholic beverages, they have never triggered.
Oh my goodness.
Okay?
Yeah.
Some, because there's a way it starts. Remember I told you at some point people start telling you, hey, guy, what's happening? Nowadays, you drink, you are starting to mess, you know? You need to cool down a bit, you know? That's your disease starting. And by the time you reach the chronic stage, that's the one I say you reach the border, and they sing for you, tuendele ama tusiendele.
Yeah.
And the alcoholic will say, tuendele kwani ni nini? And you are deported into the country. Remember I said one of the criteria is relapse. Another criteria is loss of control. Loss of control does not mean if I see alcohol, I'll start shaking and I need no. It means once I drink, the trailer takes off. And it has no brakes. Thanks.
You just told me something very powerful, right? So this whole story for alcoholism being in your genetics, right? So you're saying, say you want to get in, you want to start drinking. You need to first, do your research. If you find out that one of your family members was an alcoholic, I mean, you guys had like an alcohol problem in the family, you need to be very careful.
Yes. Look at your parents, your mother's side and your father's side. If there is a history of alcoholism on either side,
Right.
chances that you have that gene, and 10 to 50, some studies say 10%, some studies say 15% of a given population have that gene.
Oh, man.
Okay? So if you start already, look, if you see you have either on your mother's side, father's side, don't start. Definitely, if you see on both sides, don't start.
You get, when you're speaking, I feel like this is just like a generational curse, man. Because, you know, some of us usually imagine that, my kids are going to be good, man. You get, they're not going to drink, but you're forgetting that they could actually take up that habit from you.
Yes. Not habit, that gene.
That gene.
The drunkard is the guy with a bad habit. He drinks 4.
Yeah.
But you see, the drunkard still has control. The drunkard will roll his car, sit on the pavement with his suit, say, if this is what 10 beers does, from today I'll take 5, 2, or none. Instant decision, he drank, either bad, either he'll cut down, stop. Instant. No cancelling, no. Because his brakes are still working on the trailer.
As opposed to, what's the opposite?
The alcoholic. The brakes, they go, they'll never come back. There's no spare, there's no repairs.
Okay, fine. Then let's talk to that person.
Yes.
Maybe they're listening to us right now.
Yes.
How do they start with their treatment journey? Because I'm sure it's reversible. Is it?
No. It's not reversible.
Okay.
People will come and tell you, you can't just stop like that. You have to reduce gradually. If you could reduce, means your brakes are working. You're not alcoholic.
So,
the main criteria
so how do you get treatment
is loss of control.
So how do you recover then?
To recover, on a scale of 1 to 100, if you sit down and realize, like when I talk to guys and I share my story, and the guy says, that's what's happening to me. Kumbe, I'm not useless. It's this. What do I need to do? I am now willing to do anything, including going to rehab. 80% of your problem is over.
Correct.
Just by that, you agreeing. Okay? Now, what is the remaining 20%? 10% is you are going to be shown why you cannot drink. Why can't I drink like my brothers? One's an architect in the US with his own company over 30 years. My other brother is a professor traveling all over the world. My sister is a doc. They all drink. My dad used to drink. My mom used to drink. Why can't I drink like them?
Why were you the anomaly?
Yes. The so-called black sheep. Okay? So that is explained to you.
Okay.
The genetic stuff, the what.
That makes sense.
Then the other 10%, how the tools you're going to use when you leave that rehab or whichever program you're doing, outpatient, inpatient, whatever. When you leave, there are places you're going to have to go where people are using alcohol or other drugs you cannot use. In case you get a relapse, what do you do? So you're given the tools to stay sober. Stopping is not an issue. Sometimes I could say I've stopped 10 times in a day. 2 hours later, I'm drinking. So stopping is not a problem. Again, staying stopped is the trick. And so the other 10%, you're given those tools.
That's why you give the analogy of the trailer.
Yes. And then it's a day at a time. This morning where I woke, Kiambu County, God help me just for today not to drink. Midnight, boom. It's just for today. A new day starts. So that's why we say we are sober a day at a time. And that's why you are in recovery. There's no recovered.
How can we talk about addiction as a medical issue, maybe also like a mental health issue, as opposed to a moral failure? Now,
if you had invited another 9 guests here and we were 10 of us, and you asked the question, what is alcoholism? You would have got 10 different answers. Number one, there are people listening right now and saying, even the WHO said, no, we don't use alcoholism, it's substance use disorder, it's this, it's a mental health issue, you're looking for some deep-seated trauma, maybe my dad used to lock me in a cupboard, maybe my mom made me food, blah, blah, blah. Listen, Charity Ngilu at one time, when she was health minister, tried to change the name of Mathare Mental Hospital to Muthaiga something because they felt it is stigmatizing. Okay? Stigmatizing is not in the name. I'm an alcoholic. End of story. Stop trying to give me some funny labels, being politically correct. Okay? The stigma is not in what you call me. The stigma is in the condition. What you need to destigmatize in this case is alcoholism. We need to show, if you give a wrong definition that your problem is apples when it is actually grapes, then people say it doesn't work. Yeah. Treatment doesn't work. Failure rate. Treatment works if you follow the program. It works 100%. Yeah. So I gave you the example of the millions my parents spent trying to get me help. 200 bob a day, pit latrine, you are washing with a basin. These were things I was not used to. And in 14 days, I knew my problem. So am I going to talk about theories? Or am I going to talk about the thing which ended my 27-year drug terrorism career and worked? Where all these other fangled things, I was taken for prayers, free ones, paid for, pastor anakuja kwa nyumba, what, psychologists, psychiatrists, you name it. So I can only, it's a simple thing. We all have a trailer. 10 to 15% of us, depending on which study you are looking at some point, if you continue drinking, the brakes will fail.
Let me ask you something. So obviously, some time back, the former deputy president, Rigathi Gachagua, was very concerned, and he was talking about how there are certain regions in this country that are isolated. You know, this guy, when I say isolated in terms of creating systems that would prevent younger folks, especially from, alcoholism, from this whole drug abuse and that kind of thing. Do you feel, moving forward, right after that statement that he made, as much as it was politicized, do you think the country right now has the right support systems, that would prevent the rise of alcoholism in the country? We just have a long way to go.
We have a long way to go, my friend. We have a long way to go. Alcohol is a drug. Mood-altering drug, selectively capable of causing addiction, the 10 to 15%. You see? This is why I'm not against alcohol. I am against underage drinking, and there are scientific reasons for that, okay? And I am against alcoholics drinking. Why? Because can Dave Ogot drink? Yes. Can Dave Ogot drink safely? Never again. No breaks. So 40 foot coming, somebody there saying, stop, I'm passing with them, I'm running them over, right. etc. Yeah. So either the only thing which will stop that trailer will probably kill me, or I get off. Okay? So there are two areas in Kenya where specifically the communities have taken to sort out their drug issue. Central Province and Coast. Coast were first with all the heroines, narcotics, blah, blah, blah. And then Central. And why I usually give the example of Central, I say people from Central, nickname was Apere, they don't play with money. They don't play with money. You've got pregnant, this is money. Your spouse. Going to hospital to give birth to your child, money. Going to school, the child is sick, see what. Then you reach some age, 13, 14, some little liquid in a glass wants to mess. Yeah. They don't joke. But what are the programs being done? The definition is wrong. That is why they are not working. The time of Corona, I tried to get President Uhuru. Okay? In fact, on so many shows, I said, and this is on record, you can check, I said, President Uhuru, you used to buy me alcohol. Of course, those days he was not the president, when we were Vijanas. Now I want you to declare alcoholism a national disaster, not other drugs, not narcotics, etc. Yeah. Because if you take only the people having problems with alcohol, whether they're abusing or the alcohol or the alcoholics, only in Nairobi County, okay, this is not scientific, but just a good guesstimate, only the people having a problem with alcohol in Nairobi is more than everybody using narcotics, prescription, all the other drugs. Yeah. Okay? But you look at even, you asked about NACADA, you are quoting statistics, and you read what that acronym means. Campaign Against Alcohol and Drugs. So when we go to schools, kids are telling us, no, me only drink alcohol. And even I used to say I only drink alcohol and I only smoke cigarettes. I don't take drugs. And those days because we started Nakada with Kaguzi, former PC, okay? So at some point, I was saying just add and other.
Yeah.
Into all the things which have been printed, just add those two: tobacco, alcohol, and other.
What about
drugs?
Okay, yeah, so
but we're a long way.
Yeah, definitely. Now, what about, aside from systems and of course government and policy?
Yes.
Workspaces.
Yes.
Schools.
Yes.
The media.
Yes.
You said communities are work, especially in Central and Coast. Those ones they're a bit intentional.
Yeah, they're intentional.
Yeah.
But are they doing the right?
Probably not.
Yes.
Yeah.
What are the results?
Yeah. It's bad. Yeah. So what about workspaces, the media? Do you think these campaigns are taken seriously? Now it's like guys have given up.
No. Me, what I do.
Yeah.
I don't give statistics.
Okay.
Because that grandmother in Shags, who doesn't even know English, never went to school, doesn't mean not that she's stupid. It's just illiterate, not literate. Knows there's a problem because her grandson has blacked out there. So she doesn't want statistics. She knows there's a problem. She lives with that problem every day. What she wants to know, what do I do with this problem? So what I say, and me, that's the way I do. When somebody listens, watches, or reads, you're able to go and sort yourself out. Okay? Because when your person dies, people will tell you, but you didn't know there are rehabs.
Yeah.
But because of stigma, you're hiding. Government will not do for you what they did for Baba.
That's true.
It is you who will bury. Your whole investment from that time that child was born, or your spouse, or your whatever, down the drain.
Yeah.
And if you had not gone for counseling and found out what this thing was, the family will continue to fight. Oh, you are the one who spoiled it. Like my dad used to tell my mom, no, you are the one who has spoiled David. Don't want to kiboko him. You are saying, Apana, David is sensitive. So you will fight, and the person you are fighting over has been buried. Yet it is a very simple thing, Kev. Please, anybody who is listening, don't hide your alcoholic because you are ashamed. You are hiding the person. But what I am doing out there, I used to do comedy. I do stand-up comedy. So sometimes there's no money. Can come. And there's a guy, people are throwing coins, bobs. And there's a guy collecting, one of my buddies.
You at Kencom?
Yes. I still do comedy. My stage name Nyamabite, story of another time. Okay,
my guy.
So when it would get to 100 bob, the guy would show me set 100 bob. That time you'd buy a jig of changa. So I'd say show over, see you tomorrow, same time, same place. So the next day I'm cracking the same jokes, but the crowd is bigger. Many years later, when I got sober, I realized what was happening. People would be there, they go to work, they say, and this is like 6:30 in the morning. Do you know whose son we saw at Kencom? And that time, I'm sleeping out like 30 days. So I look, that blackness which comes on street guys. I'm like that. And my mom's a minister in Gava. My dad's a whatever. So guys say, he said he'll be there tomorrow. Hence the bigger crowd. So all you need to know, the breaks have gone. They will never come. So people are seeing me. My parents, I think they're hiding. Everybody's seeing you. You are the last person.
So I'm going to say one thing.
Yes.
So you see how you were, okay, fine.
Yes.
So for me, I think there's such a crazy situation going on in this country. I'm not going to mention names.
Yes.
But, we've seen politicians, even some presidents.
Yes.
In public. Outrightly walking drunk and going about their business. Some people have even been hosted on TV shows. At your panelists. They're drunk. And some of them celebrated.
Corona.
You remember?
Corona lockdown.
Yes.
We were arresting from governors down.
Correct.
Yes.
So,
and just to say, the T-shirts I've been wearing for 2 years. Before this one, I'm doing 1 year for my dad. They were written, President Uhuru declared alcoholism a disease. If he can get it, I can get it. You can get it.
That was awesome.
And people said, I'll be arrested. And I said, no, I'm saying get it. Get it that he can understand.
The way you get it.
And I tried to get to State House to launch. So that he takes 001.
But you told me you didn't get access to it.
We didn't get it. So it's still there. But we launched it here. In this studio, if you remember.
I remember.
3 years ago. Yes, you, Kwambox.
Yes. That was the other story. So I was going to say.
Right.
So I feel like what you're doing is very noble. But, from where I'm seated, my experience with Kenyans, it's almost as if you get they're never gonna quit this thing.
Yes.
Yeah, they've accepted it that it's a necessary evil.
Yes.
Right? Maybe due to like you when we started the conversation.
Yes.
Maybe due to the trauma that they're going through.
Yes.
That we're all going through.
Yes.
There's a sense of apathy in this country.
Yes.
But when you drink, you somehow forget your situation.
Yeah.
Am I right?
No, but let me ask you a question. At one point, you don't forget.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay?
Yeah.
At then some point, you'll forget for a while. Then you get sober. Then you drink some more. When the thought, yesterday I did this, I spent the rent, I did, okay? The guilt comes. So how do you black out that guilt? Drink some more.
What's your vision for Kenya when it comes to this campaign against alcoholism? What, in an ideal situation, what would you want to happen?
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Have you ever met alcoholics, yeah?
Of course.
Whether they're relatives, friends, whatever.
Yeah.
Have you ever met a stupid one?
Of course not.
Including the one talking here.
No, I've never.
So, if, you see, when it clicked in my head, in the rehab, 14 days, this is the issue.
Yeah.
So, again, I'm not there for numbers. Because when I left rehab, I left like Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm going to save the world, starting with Kenya. Forgetting what they did to Jesus.
Yes.
Okay, so that didn't work out.
Yeah.
So what we said, I'm sober a day at a time.
Yeah.
I want to get this message. Even if there's 1 million people, 2 million people listening to this program now,
right.
I am not talking to those 2 million people.
Yeah.
I am talking to the one person who I know is going to listen
I like how you
and
put
say, Bas, kumbe ni hii.
Yeah.
Nino, let me look for this guy.
Yeah.
Look, and I say, rehabs are there. Don't look for me because tomorrow if I die, the help is there.
Correct.
That is the one person I'm talking to. And that one person I'm talking to, I'll give you the late Caleb Angira, who is the guy I met at rehab. We started a drop-in center in Gara, Ward 3. It's been running since 2005. Caleb died in 2020 because of corona. He had underlying issues, diabetes, blah, blah, blah. I almost relapsed. I was crying. What am I going to do?
Yeah.
I even said, there's some video clip out there. I was crying, saying there are so many useless people getting awards.
Yeah.
Caleb, literally every rehab here, either I passed through Caleb.
Yeah.
Then guys told me he's run his race. He's passed the baton. You will run yours. So as we say in addiction, alcoholism, use the program, then pass it on. The person you pass it on to will use it, they get sober, pass it on.
What's your word to folks who are really trying to recover? Maybe they have it in their genes, the trailer is downhill.
Yes.
Try to press the brakes in order to
Yes.
Well, and they're listening to you and they're like,
Yes.
you know what, honestly, David, I see
Yes.
myself recovering.
Yes.
But it's been years.
In fact, there's a lady who was even, I think, in Italy, and I know she's listening, called me last night at 3 a.m. that everybody has concerned with her again. This lady, we've been trying to help her get sober for, I think, now 7 years. And she said, everybody, now, Dave, I know you're the only one who listens to me. We talk so that you explain to these guys. Me, I don't want to quit alcohol. I want, if I'm somewhere and I feel like drinking, I can drink. Because me, this thing, is this the only way that you have to quit? No. Me, I'm sure. Now, this is a lady who's 100% alcoholic, was deported from Italy. Deported because of Keroro, drinking. But I didn't tell her, no. I'm going to meet her, sit with her, and ask her, okay, why do you think you can drink?
Yeah.
Okay, every time you drink, what has happened? Let's go the last time you drank. What happened? The time before. So that, you see, you don't come to somebody and tell them that, you have to, no. Because it's not his journey.
Yeah.
Me, what I'm asking any listener out there, can you give me the privilege of being your guide on the recovery road? Because I know where the mines are. I know where the one-way street is. I know how to read the road signs.
So how can they reach out to you?
So if you are going, somebody gives you that privilege, and you're going very well. Because helping an alcoholic, you take one step forward, 15 backwards. But sooner or later, you are doing more forward than backwards. And then for no reason, the alcoholic tells you, Apana.
Yes.
No, you don't say, no, you are doing so well. But it's not your journey. You say, okay, sit down. Why do you think No, and he's telling you, let's go back to the beginning.
Yes.
You don't say, no, we had gone so far. Go back to the beginning. And then ask, why do you think? And the guy fellow will tell you. And then you will reason. And then he says, let's try again.
Let me ask you something.
Yes.
Let me ask you something before
Yes.
you give out your contact
Yes.
details for folks who, would like to work with you. You obviously feel free, isn't it? Yeah, it's almost as if you just got off you've unchained yourself.
Yes.
To somebody who's listening to you right now, maybe they don't have that feeling. They've never experienced what you're going through
Yes.
right now.
Yeah.
You were previously an alcoholic.
Yes,
now
I
you're
still am.
recovering. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, still.
Yes.
Now you're recovering.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you could put it in words, what does freedom look like to you? Maybe they can actually put themselves in your shoes and hopefully one day also, recover.
Freedom means you're actually free to do the things you want to do. You are free. You wake up, you know where you are.
Yes.
Okay? You don't wake up in bed with a lady, you don't even know if you had sex or not. Okay? And then you are thinking you're in Kirinyaga Road, you are coming out, you're in Nakuru. You have no recollection how you got there.
Damn.
Okay? Freedom is you are able to plan your things. Plan whatever you want to do. You see? I'm a DJ, I'm a film producer, I'm a journalist. Actually, I'm a multiple award-winning journalist. So all the things I love doing, I've put them together. You are free to live. When you are, do people ever wonder why it's those little kiosks are called wines and spirits? Okay, these people don't advertise. You are doing mujengo. You've done all that work carrying cements and blocks. Then you go with your pay at the end of the day and you kneel in front of this guy and you tell him, take it. He's not called you. He's not advertised. He's not what. And the next day you are back carrying 50 kilo bags of cement. And in the evening you go and kneel down like you are in the temple.
So what do you think?
Tell him, take it.
You said spirits. When you think it's a spiritual affair?
So people need to think why it is called wines and spirits.
Oh my God!
Because distillation was invented by Arabs, and the word alcohol actually comes from alcohol, which means spirits.
What?
The way people would behave when they're intoxicated.
Okay.
As if they have been possessed by spirits. So you are not free. If you are an alcoholic who is active or wet, you are a slave. You are not free. I never used to pick up people on Geta. I'm walking on Kenyatta Avenue. I'm seeing you coming. You are saying, Bats, this guy, I lent him 15K. Last month, he's been today. If he's not paid, I'm taking his shoes. Me, my spider sense is tingling. I'm trying to remember Kev, the song. By the time I'm shaking your hand, I've remembered. I'm saying, Kev, God is great. I've just banked a check of 30K, and I had said immediately it's through in 4 days, I must pay you. Then here I am meeting you again. God is great. Even I was planning to pay you with the interest. 2 minutes later, or as they say on social media, a few minutes later, you have lent me another 5K.
Yeah.
You see? So the intelligence, I know which bar not to pass. I have a bill there. Okay? I know, if you are stupid as an alcoholic, you'll not survive. I am not robbing anybody at gunpoint. So, but where is that intelligence going? It is going to get money to drink.
Yeah.
Then I stay drinking as long as possible. Then I recover from the drinking. Then I look. So I'm in a parallel universe. You are waking up to go to work, to buy a plot, build a house, get married, have children. Me, I'm waking up using the same intelligence, probably more, to get alcohol.
I was going to ask you finally, by the way, before I forget. Yeah, it's very even if you're recovering, it's it's very hard to reverse the damage, isn't it? Especially the physical damage.
So you see, there are people who maybe the liver went.
Yeah.
There are people by the time you are getting sober because you didn't listen to this program, you said, huo ni mjinga, he drinks stupidly. The same way I used to say when somebody dies, one of our drinking mates, we open the album, the obituaries in the newspaper. We order a drink, pour for the ancestors, but this guy was stupid. I used to tell him, don't ride bikes like that. So you what? So, and I've been riding since 1979. 78 is when I started riding motorcycles to date. So you think you are clever. No, you are not clever. At one point, this thing is going to catch up with you. You didn't listen, and then when you are now in a wheelchair, you are paraplegic from waist down. is when you say, no, I think that guy who spoke on, kitchen with Kev was saying the truth. Or your liver has gone. Or you drank methanol instead of ethanol, you are blind. So if you are listening, or a family member.
Yeah. Kwanza that one.
A family member.
Yeah.
This is your person.
Yeah.
This is not the government's person. Okay? Though we belong to the government. That's why you are given a logbook called an ID. But it's Republic of Kenya written on top. If you have your guy, this fellow is alcoholic. Do not be cheated. It is something else. His trailer, the brakes have failed. They will never come back. Treatment is there. This is a disease. The drunkard sorts himself out. The drunkard is controlled.
David, I'm going to have to cut you short.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if this guy dies, it's on you.
Yeah.
The family guy. Because it's the family guy who is easier for you to see.
Yeah.
But even sometimes the family is also in denial.
It's true.
So it's the family is easier for you to see and look for help. How do we get this guy to come out of that glass cage he's in, which is bomb-proof, bulletproof, everything proof? We cannot get in and because the key is in his pocket.
I like how you put it, man. So, for me, what that means is, if you have a family member who's an alcoholic, it is your responsibility.
Yes.
To get them off that.
Stop wasting money on all these things.
Yeah.
And by the way, you'll end up with ulcers, blood pressure, stroke, etc. And then tomorrow, the guy gets sober. Then he's left you with ulcers, stroke.
Oh, no.
Or you've died.
Oh, no.
Because of pressure.
So, David.
Yes.
Give out your contact details.
Okay.
For guys who want to engage in this campaign, NAM.
Google Dave Ogot.
Yeah.
Or National Alcohol Awareness Month Kenya, or 0726 00 5824 0726 00 5824. Yeah.
Good stuff, man. What's your final word to folks who are going through this menace? Yeah. What would you tell them?
Today is the first day of the rest of your life. Alcoholism is treatable. Okay? This stigma, that's the real disease. Treat it. Just light it, set it aflame.
Yeah, stop feeling ashamed, man. Get out there.
Everybody sees what your guy is doing.
Exactly.
Everybody knows. In fact, you are probably the last guy to know.
I know.
Yeah.
Man. David, you have to respect you, man. It's not easy. Kwanza when you're spreading this message in Kenya, of all countries.
but there are so many guys.
Yeah, but you're getting a lot of support, isn't it? Yeah.
There are so you see like this one.
Yeah.
We're doing even you. I want you on board. Others, media guys.
Yeah.
That's a different. I've got 2 governors already coming in to do the poster thing. So I'm saying whether you'll go and talk in a church, whether you just talk to one person, your neighbor, or like Kev, you have a platform going to millions. Just let's talk.
Yeah, it's true.
You put on your social media. Come get our posters. Share them.
No, I'm in it. I'm in this thing.
But just talk to somebody.
Yeah.
Talk to some. Tell them this thing is a disease. If that crazy guy or God could get sober, why can't you?
Why can't I?
Yeah.
I like that. Thanks a lot, Dave. That is Dave Ogot.
Thanks for having me.
We were talking about the National Alcohol Awareness Month. It's the 22nd edition, and the theme has been, or is still, alcoholism is treatable, stigma is the real disease.